The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. This quote reflects on the significance of purpose. Twain believes understanding one's reason for being is as crucial as life itself. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Procrastination is often the biggest barrier to achievement. Twain emphasizes the importance of taking the first step as the key to progress. This simple act of starting can be more valuable than extensive planning when it comes to achieving one's goals. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. This quote encourages critical thinking and individuality. Being part of the majority may seem safe, but Twain suggests that it's important to question common beliefs and consider whether they align with one's values and truths. The best way to cheer yourself is to try to cheer someone else up. Twain points out that altruism not only benefits the recipient, but also the giver. Helping others can improve one's mood and outlook, making it a powerful strategy for overcoming personal sadness. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. This quote addresses society's preoccupation with age. Twain humorously asserts that age's significance is dictated by how much importance we give it, advocating for a youthful spirit regardless of chronological age. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Twain redefines courage by distinguishing it from fearlessness. True courage involves feeling fear yet choosing to act despite it, offering a more accessible form of bravery. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Twain emphasizes that real learning often happens outside formal education. He encourages self-directed learning and experiences as crucial to one's development. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. By traveling, one encounters diverse cultures and perspectives, which can dismantle preconceived notions and intolerance. Twain champions travel as a means to broaden one's understanding of the world. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. This quote illustrates the universal impact of kindness. True compassion transcends all barriers and is understood and appreciated by all, regardless of their physical abilities. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Twain humorously twists the common saying to suggest that poverty, rather than money itself, leads to unethical behavior, challenging us to reconsider our views on wealth and morality. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. Twain views aging as a badge of a life well lived, suggesting that signs of aging should be associated with happiness and positive experiences rather than decay. It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. This quote is a humorous take on the virtue of silence. Twain advises that sometimes it's wiser to say nothing at all, especially if speaking does more harm than good. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Twain points out a common human discrepancy. We often proclaim our intentions loudly, but fail to follow through with action. He underscores the value of deeds over declarations. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. Twain observes that real events often surpass what we can imagine. This quote celebrates the unpredictability and boundless nature of reality compared to fiction. A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. Twain stresses the importance of reading. Choosing not to read deprives one of knowledge and understanding, just as much as being unable to read does. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Echoing a similar sentiment, this quote underscores that failing to engage in reading voluntarily is as limiting as being illiterate. both resulting in missed opportunities for personal growth. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Here, Twain humorously comments on the difficulty of breaking bad habits, pointing out that quitting, while simple in theory, is often challenging in practice. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Twain suggests that acknowledging human irrationality can make the complexities of life more understandable. This quote promotes a humorous and forgiving view of human nature. Never put off till tomorrow what may be done day after tomorrow, just as well. In a lighter tone, Twain plays with the concept of procrastination. While typically it's advised to not delay tasks, Twain humorously justifies postponement, suggesting flexibility in handling responsibilities. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. This quote extols the simplicity and ease that come with honesty. Telling the truth eliminates the need to keep track of lies, reducing stress and complexity in life. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Twain defines his version of an ideal life as one filled with supportive friendships, enriching literature, and peace of mind, suggesting that true contentment comes from simple, intellectual, and relational richness. The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Twain views laughter as a powerful tool for coping with life's challenges. It can diffuse tension, bring people together, and provide relief during difficult times. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. This quote emphasizes personal responsibility and the importance of not feeling entitled. Twain reminds us that the world doesn't owe us anything. It's up to us to make our way. Fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. Twain highlights the creative limitations of fiction compared to the boundless nature of reality. Reality can defy expectations and extend beyond what is deemed possible in fiction. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. This quote reflects Twain's wry observation on human nature. As he encountered human flaws and complexities, he found the straightforward and loyal nature of animals, like his dog, increasingly preferable. History doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. Twain suggests that while historical events may not repeat exactly, they often have similarities that resonate over time, indicating recurring themes and lessons in human behavior. To succeed in life, you need two things: ignorance and confidence. This quote humorously states that a blend of unawareness of one's limitations and self-assurance can sometimes lead to success, as it might encourage taking risks without the paralysis of overanalysis. Education consists mainly in what we have unlearned. Twain points out that true education often involves letting go of false beliefs or preconceptions. Learning is as much about discarding misinformation as it is about acquiring new knowledge. Loyalty to the country always. Loyalty to the government when it deserves it. Twain makes a distinction between country and government, suggesting that one should always be loyal to the nation, but critically assess whether the government merits the same loyalty based on its actions and integrity. A clear conscience is the sure sign of a bad memory. In a humorous twist, Twain suggests that a clear conscience might simply result from forgetting one's misdeeds rather than from always acting virtuously. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Twain connects the fear of death with a life not fully lived. He advocates embracing life's experiences fully to mitigate the fear of its end. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. This quote warns against the corrosive nature of anger, suggesting that harboring resentment harms oneself more than the object of one's anger. A half-truth is the most cowardly of lies. Twain condemns the deceit inherent in half-truths, pointing out that they are a particularly insidious form of lying because they offer the appearance of honesty while misleading. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. This quote is an encouragement that determination and spirit often outweigh physical limitations. The will to succeed can prove more significant than natural advantages. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. Twain offers a humorous remedy for anger management, suggesting that while keeping one's cool is preferable, sometimes expressing anger is necessary. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of a joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Twain reflects on the shared nature of joy versus the solitary nature of grief. Joy is amplified when experienced with others, whereas grief is something that one often navigates alone.